Today we're doing lesson 3.17, sums of tenths and hundredths. I have it memorized now. So we've done the math warm-up. We did a card sort. And we put our cards in 3 different categories. Less than 1, equal to 1, greater than 1. After we solve the expression. So this is an example of less than 1, the bigger numbers on the bottom. This is an example equal to 1. They're the same number on top and bottom, and then greater than 1, the bigger numbers on top. Okay, so here are the expressions. So we have 10 hundredths plus 8 tenths. The first thing that we have to do is add a 0 to the bottom to make us have the same denominator. And if we do it to the bottom, we do it to the top. So now we have 80 hundredths plus 10 hundredths. What does that give us? 80 hundredths plus 10 hundredths. Shout it out. 90 hundredths. So 90 hundredths would be in the less than category because it's got a bigger number on the bottom or top. Sorry. And that's the expression 10 hundredths plus 8 tenths. Okay. Then the next one we have is B, which is 80 hundredths plus 2 tenths. So we're going to go, I don't know why it's trying to add a 0 before I put the pin down. But now we have 20 plus 80. Mary, what's 20 plus 80? 100. So that would be the same, right? Because we have 100 on top and bottom. So we need to write down, and you guys can write these down on page 84. So we just need to write down the expressions. So we're going to write down 10 hundredths plus 8 tenths under less than. We're going to put 80 hundredths plus 2 tenths down under equal to 1. The next one says 20 tenths plus 30 hundredths. So we need to add a 0 here and here. So what's 200 plus 30?
230.
230. Yes, Colton, you can give yourself a point. And so that would definitely be a bigger number on top. So 20 tenths plus 30 hundredths gives us a bigger number on top. The next one we have 7 tenths plus 8 hundredths. So we add a 0 here and here. So Zerelda, what's 70 plus 8 equal?
78.
Yes, so 78 hundredths would be less than 1 whole. So we're going to put 7 tenths plus 8 hundredths here. And on your assignment yesterday, you need to be writing these down. Everything I'm putting in purple, okay? The assignment that we did yesterday, guys, several of you were putting random zeros behind numbers like 8 that already had a 100 on the bottom. I'm going to give those back to you shortly, but it didn't go well. So I thought it would go well, but it didn't go well. So did we put 7 tenths down plus 8 hundredths? Yes. Okay, the next one, we don't have to change anything. Why? Zerelda?
Because it has the same number.
It has the same denominator, right? They already have a common denominator. So what is 22 plus 8? Shout it out.
30.
30. So this would be 30 hundredths, which is less than 1 whole. I don't know why it's doing that. But, so we're going to have 22 hundredths plus 8 hundredths. Okay? On the next one, we have 12 tenths and 8 hundredths. So 12 and 10 both need a 0. What is 120 plus 8? Ari? 128 hundredths. So that would be over here in the greater than 12 tenths plus 8 hundredths. Okay, the next one, we've got to add a 0 to the 10 and the 12. Now we've got 120 plus 12. Jackson, what's that equal? 132 hundredths. So it's going to go on greater than 12 hundredths plus 12 tenths. Okay? On the next one, 0 on bottom, 0 on top, 30 plus 73. Haziel? S 30 or 73 plus 30. Yep, 103 hundredths, which is greater. So we're going to put 73 hundredths plus 3 tenths. Okay, on the next one we have 150 hundredths. Guess what? That by itself is already more than a whole. So this one's definitely going to be in the greater than. 150 hundredths plus 1 tenth. Okay, on the next one we have 9 tenths plus 11 hundredths. So we're going to turn this into 100 and this into 100. What's 90 plus 11, Athena?
101.
Yes, 100. So it would be in the
Greater than?
yeah. So we're going to put 9 tenths plus 11 hundredths over here. All right. On the next one, we've got 10 hundredths plus 9 tenths. We got to make this 100 and this 100. What's 90 plus 10, Colton?
100, so it'd be equal to.
Very nice. Yes. So 10 hundredths plus 9 tenths. Good work. Okay. And the last one, we have different denominators again. So we add a 0. What is 60 plus 39? Evan.
99.
Very good. So where would it go? You have 90.
Less than.
Yes, very good. So we're going to put 6 tenths plus 39 hundredths. Very good. Okay, so we've got all those sorted. Now we're going to go back over to our page. And we have put down all of these fractions in purple. So under less than, we've got, if you didn't get them, 10 hundredths plus 8 tenths. And then 7 tenths plus 8 hundredths. And then 22 hundredths plus 8 hundredths. And then the last one in that category is 6 tenths plus 39 hundredths. Okay, equal to, there's just 2 of them. 80 hundredths plus 2 tenths. And double check you have all these. 10 hundredths plus, what was it? 9 tenths. And then greater than, we have 20 tenths plus 30 hundredths. And then we have 12 tenths plus 8 hundredths. And then we have 12 hundredths plus 12 tenths. Uh-oh, my pen's starting to
Is that
lose its mind again. 12 tenths plus 12 hundredths. And then 150 hundredths plus 1/10. It's like every time I pick it up, it's just, you see my handwriting's going. Okay, and then 12 tenths and 8 hundredths, already got that one. 73 hundredths and 3 tenths. Okay, well, we're gonna move on. All right,
But I didn't get them all.
they're right here, buddy.
Okay.
Let me see if I can. Okay, here we go. What's missing? Each equation is missing a fraction in hundredths. Find the fraction that makes each equation true. All right, so we are going to go around and everybody's going to get to answer one of these. So the first one says 10 hundredths plus blank equals 30 hundredths. What's up with that desk over there?
It's a spare.
All right, here we go. So Jackson, first of all, what's your denominator going to be in the missing spot?
Hundredths.
Hundredths, because we can see that I'm really going to get sad if this is not going to work for me anymore.
It's
Okay,
brand
put your
new.
feet on the floor.
It's brand new too.
Yeah.
Who has it old fashioned? Yeah.
Jackson. All right. 100. And Jackson, what do you add to 10 to get 30?
20.
20. After you guys figure out what goes in the blank, I want you to check them and make sure they work. So we have 100, 100, 100, check. 10 plus 20, does that equal 30?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. On the next one, before we can solve it, Zerelda, what's the first thing that I have to do to this guy? I called your name.
Add zeros.
Add zeros, right?
To the top, what you do to the top, you do to the bottom.
Exactly. Or if you do it to the bottom.
You do it to the top.
Okay. So what is my denominator going to be over here, Zerelda?
It's going to be 6.
No, my denominator.
100.
100. Okay. 100 on the bottom. What's going to go on the top?
60.
60. Okay, so we're going to get 60 over 100. Okay, on the next one, we have 100 here. Olivia, what do I need to do to this first? Make it 100, and if I add a 0 here, what do I have to do here? Yep. Okay. I'm going to add a 0 here and here. Now, here's the problem. When you are doing an addition problem and you're missing part of it, if it's an easy problem, Devin, you might be able to count up, but you can also subtract. So that's what we're going to do on this one, Olivia. So we're going to write, which is bigger, 94 or 70? 94. And we're going to take away 70. So we're going to start here in the ones place. So what's 4 minus 0? 4. And then what's 9? Take away 7. 2. Okay? So what's our denominator going to be? The bottom number. No, what's your bottom number going to be? 100. What's your top number going to be? What did you just figure out it was? 24. So we're going to write 24 on top and 100 on the bottom. That's correct. All right, Avis, what do we do first on this one?
We have to add a 0 to 8 and 10.
Yes, add a 0 to 8 and 10. And then, how can you figure out what's missing in this addition?
You can do 9 minus 80. Wait.
Which number comes first?
80 minus 9.
There you go. 80 minus 9. Okay. And Avis, what is 0 minus 9?
9. No 0.
0 minus 9.
You can't do
You can't do it. Okay. So we're going to borrow from the 8, make it a 7, make the 0 into a 10. 10 minus 9.
10 minus 9 is 1.
1. And 7 minus nothing?
7.
7. Okay. So what's our answer to that one?
71 hundredths.
Very good. 71 hundredths. Okay. Harbor, on the next one, what's the first thing that we need to do? Yes. Add 0 to the 4 and the 10. Whose chair is squeaking over here? Put your chair flat, please. Okay, and Harbor, what is the answer you're going to get when you add 60 plus 40? Or sorry, 40 plus 16. Very good. And what's your denominator going to be, Harbor? Yep, 56 hundredths. Okay. Emma, on the next one, what do you have to do first?
0 after 14 and 10.
Yep, add a 0 after 14 and 10. And now, because we're missing part of an addition problem, we can subtract to find it. So what number goes on top of your subtraction problem?
14, 10.
We're only looking at the numerators, which are no longer 14. 14's gone. We only have 140 and 172, which is bigger.
172.
So when you're doing a subtraction problem, you're gonna always put your bigger number on top, okay? So I'm gonna put 172 over here minus 140. What's 2 minus 0? 2. What is 7 minus 4? 3. And 1 minus 1?
0.
Okay. So what's your answer then gonna be, Emma?
3200.
Yep, 32 hundredths. Very good. Okay. Each equation is missing a fraction in tenths or hundredths. Find the fraction that makes the equation true. Okay. And then on this fraction, we have 20 hundredths plus something equals 28 hundredths. What do you think is missing?
800.
Very good. After you plug in what you think is missing, what I would like for you to do, maybe if I erase this, it's going to work better. Okay, I'm going to change the color. Make it a little smaller and see if this works. Look, I'm not even touching the screen.
Yeah, my OT. That used to happen to my OT.
Yeah, they used to happen a lot.
I don't know why it's doing that. It's never happened to me before.
Like, if you get, like, your finger or something close, it, like, still does it.
Okay.
It can sense movement.
8 hundredths, Evan said. now we need to check. 100, 100, 100, so we're good on the bottom. 20 plus 8 is 28. So we know that we're all good. Okay? Fisher, what do we need to do first before we can start on this problem?
You have to add a 0 behind the 15 and 10.
You're right. Add a 0 behind the 15 and the 10. Okay, so you're missing part of an addition problem. So what are you going to have to do?
You're going to have to try to find the answer.
How do we try to find the answer?
You gotta subtract 150 hundredths minus 110 hundredths.
Okay, yes, but we're only concerned with the numerator right now. We don't even have to deal with the denominator, just like the poster was saying. So we know what the denominator is going to be already. So that's just kind of adding to how complicated it is. So all you need to do is deal with the top numbers. So which is bigger, 150 or 110?
150.
150. And we're taking away 110. So 0 minus 0,
0.
5 minus 1,
4.
and 1 minus 1.
0.
Okay, so what's your answer, Fisher?
40 hundredths.
And it's just hundredths, okay? 40 hundredths. Make sense? Okay, and now let's check it. 100, 100, 100. We're good there. 110 plus 40, is that 150?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, Mary, what do we do on C? Yep, we're going to add a 0 behind 3 and add a 0 behind 10. So now what's the answer, Mary?
91.
That's right, 91 hundredths. Okay. And then, Haziel. Oh, and we got to check. 100, 100, 100. 61 plus 30 is 91. All right, Haziel, what do I do first on D?
You add the 10 you add a 0 after 10.
And if I do it to the bottom, okay. So you're missing part of an addition problem. So what do we have to do? Subtraction. So we're going to take 170 and take away 90. So we've got 0 minus 0. Huh?
0.
Okay. And then 17. Since we only have 2 digits left and they're both above the, or and they're above the 9, we can combine them. What's 17 minus 9? Yep. So, what's your answer, Haziel? No, what goes on top? 80. And what goes on bottom?
100.
Okay. 100, 100, 100. 90 plus 80 is 170. Okay. Ari. What do we need to do on E?
Subtract 102 minus 72.
Yep, we're going to take 102 and subtract 72. And what do we get? 2 minus 2? And 10 minus 7? So, what is your answer, Ari? 30 hundredths. All right, so we have 30 hundredths. Okay, last one, Athena. Now, we have a process in place, right? So don't get stressed about seeing that 1, because I know that that's kind of common. It's like, oh no, there's a 1 hole here. What do I do? So Do you see anything you need to add zeros to first?
No.
Nope, you've already got the denominators, right? So what do we do, Athena, when we're trying to do an addition problem and we're missing one of the numbers?
You subtract.
You have to subtract, right? So we take the end number, the total, which in our case is 1 and 55 hundredths, and we subtract what they have given us, which is 15 hundredths, correct? Okay, so Athena, just looking at the numerators, what's 55 minus 15? Okay, what's 5 minus 5?
0.
0. What's 5 minus 1?
4.
4. Your denominator stays the same, so 40 hundredths. What happens to the 1? 1 minus nothing is
1.
1. Does that make sense? You follow the same process. You don't panic, okay? So 1 and 40 hundredths is the answer. Okay? All right. Now we've got another game that we're going to play in a minute. But I wanted to, and it's called Fraction Action. And the directions are in your workbook. I'm going to stop this. We're going to actually take a quiz first, and then we're going to play the last game.
I'd like